and the Biafran leader should be released like that the violation of the Igbo tribe's human rights needs resolution.
And the hatred that led to the Holocaust of which the Honourable Lady spoke. I'll give way.
I thank the Honourable Member for giving way. On International Human Rights Day, would you agree with me that the violation of the Igbo tribe's human rights needs resolution and the Biafran leader should be released like my honourable friend for Camberwell and Beckham has recently made representation to?
The Honourable Member clearly speaks with extremely great knowledge about these issues, and I'm sure she'll be raising them with the Foreign Secretary.
Hold on, please do me a little favor by clicking the subscribe button now. That's the only way you can encourage and support us. Click the subscribe button now, like and share, and let everyone see what is going on.
Freedom is not a gift from government. Freedom is a gift from God.
You want freedom with no responsibility. Son, there's only one person on earth who gets that, yeah.
The president.
A baby. You're fighting for your right to be a baby.
Do you know that popular saying in Igbo that nwata choba nke obola jonwa? Yes. When a child begins to look for what is his, he will become a bad boy or a bad child. That is exactly how freedom is. There's no place in the world that freedom is gotten on a platter of gold. Please subscribe and turn on your notification button so you get notified anytime I drop a video. All right? So please watch it.
Donald Trump is a man of God. When I say a man of God, not that he's a priest, but he's a man who fears God. He's a man who knows that God is existing. He's a man who knows that God is the giver of all things. Now, he said that freedom is not given by government, which means your fellow man cannot give you freedom. And it's only God the Creator has the absolute power or right to give freedom. Now, let us take a look on what Donald Trump said. Freedom came from God. Let us take a look or example from the Bible. Remember in Exodus chapter 3, when God called Moses through the burning fire, burning bush, he told Moses, I have heard the crying of my people in the land of Egypt and the oppressor because of the reason of their tax masters. And now I have come down to deliver them, to set them free. In Exodus chapter 3. But one thing, God will not come physically for you to see him with a physical eye. He will come through human being, use human being as a tool to give you that freedom, as he used Moses as a tool to give that freedom. You can watch what Donald Trump said, that government cannot give you freedom. The freedom of Israel from the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage, to be a nation of their own, is it given by Pharaoh or Egyptians? No. If Pharaoh and his army, Pharaoh and his government resist the freedom of Israel. But through God, outstretched hand of God, by the power he demonstrated in Moses, Israel was set free. That is why whenever anything happened in Israel, that time Moses will go and seek the face of God and say, God, direct me, what will I do? God, direct me, show me what will I do. This is where Donald Trump relied his word.
And that is the secret of freedom. He just gave the almighty formula of freedom.
Freedom. He just gave you the absolute formula of freedom. Hope in God, depend in God, cry on God, and let God lead you. This is why Biafra is getting success now. Because Biafra is God's plan. And the Nigerian government cannot give Biafra freedom. If Nigerian government will give Biafra freedom, Nnamdi Kanu could not have been where he is now. DOS, Igbo politicians in Nigerian government, Ohanes and Igbo, even traditional rulers in Igbo land, would not have betrayed Nnamdi Kanu, would not have betrayed Biafrans, would not have been seeking the head of Nnamdi someone to cut it off. Nigerian government could not have been pressurized Finland to forsake someone. They could not have been written letter now to Donald Trump not to recognize Biafra, because government cannot give freedom. Nigerian government cannot give Biafra freedom. This is why Biafrans always say, Chukwu okike abịama. That's what Biafrans always say, Chinke Jacob, Chinke Abraham, Chinke Isaac, Chinke Jacob, Chinke Gad, Chinke Henry, Chukwu okike abịama bi n'igwe. Ya pụrụ ime ihe niile, aka Chukwu dị na ya. According to Adadiorama of Biafra government in exile, he said, aka Chukwu dị na ya. This is what Biafra are able to make achievement. And Donald Trump is telling Biafras indirectly, don't depend that Nigeria will allow you to go free like that. You have to call upon your God, enter fasting and prayer, seek whatever you want to do from God, and God will see you through. Because Donald Trump will not take this current election he won, how they try to assassinate him.
How all the powers and the demons in United States was let loose
against him.
Against him.
But still, God will see him through. This is what is God is a giver of every good things. God is a giver of freedom. The man know what he's saying. I think they say that it's uncontrollable. A man who fear God is a controllable man. A man who fear God can listen to the masses because of the fear of God in him. You understand? So it's time to tell Biafrans to put him up in spiritual, moving on physical aspect of it, but how to move in spiritual aspect of it, seeking the face of Biafra, seeking the face of God. And that thank God, we Biafrans, we are God-fearing people. We are people who hope in God. We are Christians. I think 70% or 60% of Biafrans are Christians. Then 25% are Judaism. Then 5% are traditionals. We hope in God. We depend in God. And God is fighting for God battle for us. If had it been not the hand of God, Nnamdi Kanu could have been dead now. DOS could have frustrated someone and take victory. And still continue to remain in bondage in Nigeria. So Donald Trump have given very good counsel to anybody who will rise up tomorrow to say, I am struggling for freedom. Let that struggle be approved by God. Let that struggle of independence or freedom be approved by God.
Can you confidently say that the Biafran struggle now, led by Mazis Simon Ekpa, is approved by God?
It's approved by God. If not so, Simon Ekpa could have been where Nnamdi Kanu is. If not so, Simon Ekpa could have been discouraged. And without the people like Simon Ekpa and the Biafra independent Biafra Republic government in exile, Nnamdi Kanu case could have been ended. They could have killed Nnamdi Kanu because this is the only force physically God used to keep Nnamdi Kanu alive. This is the only force physically God is still using to make Biafra to re-established.
I think the position of the president-elect, Mr. Trump, of course, aligns with the position of the United Nations, that freedom is an inalienable right, given by God, a natural entitlement that cannot be denied to any people. It's not just about the government, whether they want to let you go, just as you cited the Pharaoh and the Egypt. Yes. They will never let anyone seeking for his independence or that of his people to go. So now what is left for Biafra?
What is left for Biafra?
Because there is masters that are challenges to confront. How prepared is Simon Ekpa? Because he said it's given by God, and men have to march on the wall of Jericho.
You see, the last hurdle is what we are about to jump now. Not only Simon Ekpa, every Biafrans, every true lovers of Biafra, we are in the last hurdle to jump and to take the crown of victory, to take the prize of victory. And that last hurdle is December 2nd, 2014. Less than a month now.
2014?
I mean 2024, sorry. 2024. That's the last hurdle we have now to jump. And I'm praying, as Donald Trump have said, and the United Nations have said, that it's illegitimate right that nobody can deny. Nobody can deny us. We should hope in God and pray unto God Almighty, the creator of heaven and earth.
Could it be the beginning of the troubles? You know, what you said that is the end of the trouble, because Simon Ekpa said that is the beginning, of course, of defending the Biafrans' restore sovereignty.
Yes, that's the beginning of defending Biafra.
Which is more trouble for Simon Ekpa and Biafrans?
I'm coming. That's the beginning of the defense of Biafra. And now is the pen to get Biafra. Now is the last hurdle. The pen is the last pen and last hurdle to get Biafra. And when you get Biafra, that's the beginning of keeping Biafra. Now, is it what I say so? A pregnant woman that has pregnancy for good 9 months, 2 weeks or 1 week to deliver, will pass through hell, through pains. For that very moment she will deliver, she will be in very agony, almost being in the form of NDE, near-death experience. After that is delivered, there will be peace and calm and happiness to that woman that have delivered successfully. But that time was the beginning. Was the beginning
of the gestation period, as people might say.
People might say that time you start nursing the baby, keeping the baby, breastfeeding baby. That time baby have nothing to do. It cannot talk than to protest, and that protest is crying. Nga, nga, nga. What is this baby crying? They start gazing. What makes the baby to cry? You start thinking, because that baby cannot explain. Until that baby starts sitting down, until that baby starts crying, until that baby started standing up and try to make a move of walking. That baby is intensive care in your hand. You'll be taking day and night. How will you know this baby to survive?
So you are saying that Rome is not built in a day. Why people are expecting that, of course, if Biafra come, it will become an Eldorado just overnight?
No. Someone and his government and lazy and have to come back home and work hard. It's the being to defend Biafra. Because when they declare it, Nigerian government will do what? We like to show that, we are giant of Africa. You cannot go. There may be rumble.
There may be rumbles, and we are always here to discuss the political rumbles and analyze it.
And that political rumble, if there's a political rumble between Nigeria and between Biafra and Nigeria, it will not be a royal rumble of WWE. It cannot be that one. But it will be a political rumble of I will rumble you, I will scratch your body, blood will come, you scratch my own, blood will come, I will do Biakanono, you don't make me.
Please, let us not start this here, because this is Wave TV. We are not supporting any Duakanono or rumble.
Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Depending on wherever you are watching from. It's another edition of Politics on the Street. You can subscribe to our channel, like our videos, share, comment for more political discourse. Pastor, the chief of staff to Donald Trump, Sussie Wilie, has come to say that if once they're sworn in our boss, she will do everything possible to release Nnamdi Kanu from detention. And you know that, don't forget that she was former a Biafra lobbyist. Kanu appointed her to be a Biafra lobbyist. She said she would fight for the restoration of Biafra. Pastor, how can you answer?
Yes. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you are watching us from. Please just subscribe, comment, share, like, don't press the buttons, because it is a very good development. In 2019, when this woman was working, Sussie Wilie, the current chief of staff of the United States of America, when she was lobbying with Nnamdi Kanu, fighting for the freedom of the Biafrans, she never even believed that one day like today will come that she will become the chief of staff of United States of America. She was working it wholeheartedly from her heart. And there is something I want you to understand. When you see a grace, embrace it. Grace the light so that it will light you up. There is people you need to have encounter with so that you will blossom in future. Nnamdi Kanu have it, and Biafra is that nation that carry it. And she lobbied with Nnamdi Kanu. and she have every data concerning what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was fighting for or agitating for. You understand? There is nothing anyone can come and tell her about it. You understand? So she has the front and back of it, well documented and well registered and well informed and reformed and well what preserved and reserved. You understand? So the document is fully with her. The data is with her. You understand? And today the opportunity has been given to her so that she can use that opportunity to do the needful in terms of her former lobbyist, the person that gave her the opportunity for them to lobby together. And let me tell you this: her step now is telling me or reminding us of what happened in the book of Esther. You understand? When Mordecai said to Esther, don't think because you are what you are the queen now means that that after the killing of your family that they may not come after you one day. You understand? And Esther used her position as a queen, you understand, to fight for the children of Israel. Are you getting? In her own time. Remember, if you read of Esther chapter 5 again, you will hear, if I will die, let me die. Or chapter 4, I stand to be corrected anyway. Now, what am I saying? That is the step that this woman is about to take.
But, Pastor, do you think that she can influence Nigeria before the release of Vatican? I don't think Trump can influence Nigeria over the release of Vatican.
She will not influence Nigeria, but she can influence America. And when a president of America speaks, that is the president of the world. And when somebody like Donald Trump speaks, definitely he will draw attention of many nations. Yes, when he speaks, many nations will come up, will rise up and back it up. And nations like Israel, you understand? Many nations like Israel will back it up. Even don't be surprised that even Putin may even back it up, because last time I remember how Putin and Donald Trump, you know, how they sit together in the previous tenure of Trump. You understand? They have that friendship relationship, and every other countries like you can name them. Okay. Now even Germany can welcome people for him speaking. You understand me? Germany can even as well support with strong reasons, and that reasons have been going on his table, on his channel. Even in America diaspora, they knows all this. You understand? So when he speaks, as the woman have said, that she will influence, yes, she will influence Donald Trump, and when Donald Trump, and when she succeeded and Donald Trump speaks, many nations speak.
But Pastor, do you think that the Nigerian government has come to say that they are not moved by any threats from Wilie? That they are not moved, this is their own territory, and then
yes,
nothing she can tell them to do except they wish to do it.
Yes, there are sovereign country, I mean Nigeria, but country pass country. Country pass country. Now listen, Sussie Wilie, you understand, when she influence, that is, I said she can only influence America. And when somebody like Donald Trump speaks, my dear, Nigeria will listen. I tell you the truth.
Are you sure that President
Baba, listen to me. How do you go and read how many other people get their independence? How did the Finland currently now? How did Finland get their independence? When the man, the general speaks, the subordinates will follow, will listen. How did you think other? Okay, look at Sudan today. You know, we have Southern Sudan and Northern Sudan. Is that not so? They were together before. They started just as we started. And today, when the crisis become much, then I believe it was in the first tenure of Donald Trump now that they split, if I'm not mistaken. It was in Donald Trump time. If I understand to be corrected anyway, you understand? Then UN have to come down immediately to solve it. The president, incumbent president as at that time, never agreed to separate. But they have to, you have to do it for the sake of peace. You understand? And they gave him reasons, and can you challenge the world? Only you. They have to, okay, as it is, everybody, Babas, answer your name. They separated. I remember in 2005, there was a serious crisis in Congo. Because as at that time, I have, by the grace of God, I have opportunity of movement within the African axis. I visited many African countries to the glory of God. Before today, as at that time, there are many Congolese even travel. Many of them ran to Cotonou here, while some ran to Mali, while some ran to Burkina Faso. That was how they share it. They divided. But today, they have divided into 3 or 4 parts. You see Congo there, you see Republic of Congo, you see Congo themselves, and Congo Brazzaville.
Okay, now, Pastor, lastly, before I let you go now, do you think this is a welcome development for the Biafran government? That someone in the end of affair, and then, as you said, that US president is the president is supporting Biafra. I don't think it is a welcome development for the Biafra restoration.
Yes, it is a welcome moment. It is a welcome development. You understand? If Donald Trump endorses Biafra, definitely Biafra will definitely come. Do you hear what I say? If Donald Trump rise up today and endorses Biafra, definitely Biafra will come. Like I said before, Donald Trump, when he speaks, he will draw attention of many leaders. Why it's like everything is going like this is because no strong decision have ever rise. Yes, if you see any strong nation among the big boys, you understand? When a big boy, one of the big boys rises, definitely things will begin to have shape. You know, currently now, for your information, in case you don't know, you know, indirectly, British are still ruling Nigeria. Indirectly, they are still controlling Nigeria. For your, go and do your findings. The money you make in this, in the seaport, the money you make in the seaport, British control 65% of it or more. Despite the fact that the whole resources is here, you understand? They enjoy it more than you. So that influence is still there. So we need a boss again to face a boss. We need a boss. Are you getting me? To face a boss. We need a captain to face a captain, to address a captain in a captain language. You understand me? In a boss language. Then they will come to the reasoning as boss versus boss.
Thank you so much for that wonderful.
God bless you.